Hello, welcome back to the channel, Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Cambay. So this is the transfer deadline date video, whatever you want to call it. And it's what time is it? It's 6:13 now. So less than 50 minutes to go before the window shuts. So I've got Sky Sports right in front of me on here, and just waiting for Alexander Isak to be officially announced by the club. Knowing Liverpool, they'll probably do it after the window's shut, and then they'll announce him. Or I'm hoping whilst I'm making this video that it gets announced so I can announce it to you guys. As for the Mark Gay situation, I'm led to believe that the deal will still be expected to go through, even though that Crystal Palace have been reneged on is it a Brighton centre half who's decided to go to West Ham on loan rather than go to Crystal Palace. So so we'll just have to wait and see. But strong believe that he will be a Liverpool player after the deadline is closed. So let's get on with it. Has the window been a success for Liverpool Football Club? I have to admit that as long as I've been supporting Liverpool, and it's a very long time, I have never witnessed a window like this in the history of the football club. Forget about how much money we've spent and how much money we've bought in. Let's concentrate. I mean, the players don't agree or sort out what they should be sold for. Okay, let's get that one out of the way. At the end of the day, they're football players. They're basically, although they're employees of a football club, they are commodities, and that's how the football business world works. So yeah. Look, 44 minutes left before it shuts. Let's talk about Liverpool's transfer window, shall we? So the players that have gone, and we've had transfer monies for Diaz, Núñez, Kwanzaa, Doak, Kelleher, Alexander-Arnold, Morton, Nat Phillips. There's probably another couple in there that I can't remember off the top of my head. Obviously Elliott, he's in discussions with Aston Villa, and we will just have to wait and see what comes of that. That's going to be a loan with an option to buy at 35 million. Not bad for a 22-year-old. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to really get much game time this season, with the likes of Wirtz in there, Ekatike, Isaac now hopefully through the door, and so he would struggle to get game time. So the players that have come in, 8 in total, hopefully, if we can get Gay through. It's Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong, Ekatike, Mamardashvili, Leone, Isak, and hopefully Gay. That's 8 in. Do those 8 players improve the squad from last season? Hell yeah, they certainly do. I mean, it's I did a video earlier on where I said that Liverpool weren't just buying, they were reloading. They've certainly reloaded, and now they're ready to pull the trigger, because these are quality signings. And at the end of the day, it's Arne Slot and his coaching staff's job to make sure that these players gel pretty quick together. It's a fantastic squad. I think it's the best squad in the league because we're the champions, and that's what champions do. It's took us a while to do it. We didn't do it when we won under Jurgen Klopp. We didn't do it fast enough. Possibly we didn't have the funds then, because what was going on in and around the club, the training ground, the new stand. But the purse strings by FSG have certainly been released, and with Virgil signing his contract back end of last season, and Mo back end of last season, those guys wouldn't have signed the contracts if they didn't have reassurances from Liverpool Football Club on the players that we were going to go and sign. And it's been a brilliant window. Marks out of 10. You've got to give it a 10 out of 10. I still would give it a 10 out of 10 if Gay didn't come through the door, if there was a last minute glitch. It's a fantastic window. Look, we got a couple of additions to that window, really. The players are already there. Cody signing his contract, improved contract. Joey signed a contract now till the end of 2027, which is good, really. That's great as far as I'm concerned, because he was one of those players that would have probably left in this window, I would imagine. But I think the cameo that he had yesterday when Ibu came off was superb. I'm led to believe that talks were ongoing for a while, and he wasn't allowed to leave Liverpool, although AC Milan were interested. They wanted to buy him after initial talk about loaning him, and Crystal Palace were in the conversation, but they just wanted to loan him rather than buy him. Liverpool said no to the loan for both clubs. So it is. I'm just seeing now on here on the ticker tape that Jamie Vardy's having a medical. Is it Inter Milan or is it AC Milan? And there you go, 40-year-old Premier League winner with Leicester City. And obviously I watched him at Fleetwood, which is only down the road from me, when he first started his football journey, after being rejected by his boyhood club, Sheffield Wednesday. So there you go. That's what it is. Look, we are rebuilt this squad not for this season, it's for many seasons, and we have got a potential to win multiple trophies. At the end of the day, that's what Liverpool Football Club's about. It's not like Arsenal, where you spend £1 billion and you don't win a trophy. With that rebuild of a squad, you saw how poor they were yesterday. They came to, this was a top of the table clash, and they came to time waste, which was take over a minute to take the corner kicks, free kicks. So yeah, it was a bit boring from their side. I didn't mention it in my video yesterday because we'd got the game done. It was won. We did. We got the 3 points. We've laid down the marker, and if Arsenal fans want to see that football, for the rest of the season. They're welcome. They're welcome to it. On the Isak thing, I said in my video 4 weeks ago that we'd already signed him. It was just a matter of time. The circus that was going on in the northeast, the club that was feeding the journos there, the Craig Hopes, the Keith Dowies, the Luke Edwards, it was just a guessing game for them, and you got to feel sorry for the Newcastle fans. Yeah, they're not pleased with how Isak's handled it. And I can see that point. We've had players that have been unsettled and left the club. But we were in a bad way at the time. And when I say a bad way, we weren't firing on all cylinders. And obviously the players were let go and we made money from those. But now we've come full circle. We're now top of the table. We sit on the top of the table. People mention a food chain in football. There's certainly is one. You ask any football club in divisions 1 and 2 and in the National League, and they'll tell you there is a food chain. And we sit on top of that food chain with 2 or 3 other clubs. It is what it is. It's never going to change. No matter how many rules and regulations you bring in, you will always get the top clubs having a bigger say. And for us, we're lucky to be there. And, it took us years to get back to our best since we won the old championship. Yes, we've got a couple of Premier League trophies now, and we will get more, no doubt about that, with the quality of players that we've got. We should be happy. I'm certainly happy with how Liverpool have conducted themselves. They went in the window early and got the players in early. Wirtz turned down Bayern Munich. Nobody turns down Bayern Munich as a German player, but he did. Frimpong, great acquisition. He will do well for us. And Kirkes played his best game yesterday for Liverpool. We saw the best of him defence-wise. Couldn't get forward because of Manwaki and the young lad that came on, but I thought he was absolutely fabulous yesterday, close to getting my man of the match after Dom. Ekitike has really surprised me. What a good player he is. He absolutely loves it at Liverpool. He's made that abundantly clear. So yeah, it's a great signing. I mean, he was going. There was talk about him being at Newcastle. There probably was, but we beat him to it. Leone, one for the future, but he looks solid as well. I don't need to say too much about Alexander Isak. We've seen him enough times. Last 2 seasons, 20 plus goals. He's what we need. And obviously, Gahey, if he comes through the door, England's best centre half. And if you watched the game last night against Aston Villa, what a goal! What a goal to leave as a nice send-off present to the Crystal Palace fans. It was superb. There's on Sky News here, I'm just reading that Mark Gay's having his medical in Liverpool. So I don't know how true that was, because the reports earlier were that his medical was booked in London. But yeah, so he's apparently having a medical at Anfield. At AXA Training. But I've not seen Sky go to their reporter Vinny O'Connor to confirm that. But yeah, so things are moving along, and excuse me, we've got 31 minutes before the window shuts, and yeah, it's been a mad one, hasn't it? An absolute mad one. This last 24 hours, got a great 3-point result against Arsenal. All the interviews out the way. I was told that Isak was going to be announced yesterday at 9 o'clock. That's what I was told. I waited till about 9:30 before I thought, right, I'm too tired for this. I played golf yesterday as well. I'm going to bed. And then within an hour and a half, it was announced. And woke up this morning at 6 o'clock. First thing I do is look at the phone, see if any messages have happened, and bang, there it was. Liverpool have agreed a deal with Newcastle in the region of 125 million to sign Alexander Isak. It was brilliant, and I knew it was going to happen. I did say it would be 130 and no more. If they were going to stretch it, possibly another 5 million, but he wasn't. He wasn't, in my eyes, £150 million buy. British transfer window signing. I don't know whether this transfer window will be the peak of the valuation of players. I'm hoping it will be, because we can't be looking at £200 million players. And I know we've talked about they do that in abroad, but really, we need to make sure that this is the top of the ceiling now, and it starts to fizzle out, and we get not so silly transfer valuations. Premier League clubs are already rich by the generating of the money that comes worldwide, not just in this country. The rights have been sold worldwide, because billions of people like watching the Premier League. Liverpool last season were the most watched, most interacted team on socials last year. Liverpool's commercial drive is just getting stronger and stronger. Liverpool sold the most ever shirts in any season when the new Adidas kit was launched on 1st of August. So there you go. Our coffers, we might have spent £500 million, and we might have sold about up to 300 million or whatever it is. So, our net spend is probably 225, 245. So it is what it is. This is what football is these days. It's a business. So yeah. Right, I'm not going to say any more, because it's 6:32 in the evening, 28 minutes to go. Sky haven't said that Alexei Isak is now confirmed has passed his medical, and is now confirmed as a Liverpool player, and neither about Mark Gay, but hopefully that will be done within the next half hour. We can all relax, we can all celebrate. I celebrated with a chippy tea early doors, just I fancied a chippy tea rather than going to the gym. So yeah, it was one of them. So we have had a cracking 10 out of 10 window. We have reloaded, and we're ready to fire at all angles. Okay, that's enough from me. If you like this video, please give me a like. Please share it. If it's the first time you're watching this video, please subscribe to the channel. We'll keep making these videos during the season, all things Liverpool, pre-match, post-match, and any other Liverpool business that comes our way. I'll be making videos on here, up the Reds TV. So yeah, okay. Like I say, enjoy the next half an hour if you've got Sky on, or whichever platform that you're watching the closing minutes to the transfer window, and I will speak to you when there's something really exciting to bring in between the international break. Oh, that's just another thing. Isak is in the Sweden squad. Now, I don't like international football. I detest it. But there might be a case where I might just watch Slovenia versus Sweden, just to have a look at our new centre forward. And apparently he's going for the number 27 shirt, I've heard. I don't know who has that shirt. So rather than the number 9 shirt, which was made available by was it Nunes? So yeah. Okay, that's enough waffling from me. Okay. Tell me in the comments what you think of our transfer window. Has it been a success? Could we have done any more? And tell me, what we're going to do for the season. Okay. All right. Take care. Until later. Up the Reds.